Alright. Also, I do apologize if you might hear a fan in the background whenever I do speak, but that's my fan going on in the background. Although it should be placed far enough away where it shouldn't be that noticeable. I mean, I'm sure people would notice now that I pointed out, but yeah. I knew it. The provincial army really is. Still, we have our orders. All we can do is obey them. Please, leave everything to me, or leave everything here to me. I'll take care of it. Oh, wait, I completely forgot it. Okay, you know what? We need to go read the latest in the Imperial Chronicle before I forget again. Alright. Special feature. The Courageous takes flight. Recently, the nation was stunned by the flashy unveiling of the Imperial family's new Crimson Cruiser, the Courageous. In a stroke of luck, I was blessed with the chance to talk to the man responsible for its creation, His Highness Prince Oliver, the reporter. First, congratulations on the Courageous's maiden flight. You really never cease to surprise, Your Highness. His Highness Prince Oliver, hereafter Prince. That whole line is just like the original name, but then they just shortened it. Okay. I'm happy you enjoyed it. After all, part of the funds used to build this ship came from the taxes paid by citizens such as yourself. I was hoping that I could reveal it in a manner that would go some way to repaying all of you for that. That sounds just like something you would think of, Your Highness. Moving on to the ship itself, the technical specifications are truly spectacular. I can hardly believe that a ship this size is capable of flying at 3,000 SPH. Well, it was designed based on the borough's high-speed cruiser, the Airsail, after all. However, I believe the most important thing about the Courageous is not its speed, or its loading capacity, or any of its other technical specifications. What do you mean? This airship is the result of the combined efforts of all kinds of different people of different backgrounds and nationalities, and incorporates the technology of the borough as well as the manpower of the Epstein Foundation, to name but two things. It would not have been possible without all of them coming together and working alongside one another. And that, I feel, is why the Courageous's completion should stand as a testament to what can be achieved through working together in harmony and peace with one another. As His Majesty rightly says, it seems that the importance and potential of this airship cannot be measured purely by its technical specifications. The choice of Viscount Victor S. Airsade, a man famed for his prowess as a martial arts instructor, is yet another example of this. I hope you will join me in looking forward to seeing what the Courageous can achieve in the future, and how much it will live up to its name. Staff Writer. Incident: Terrorists at large. The Imperial Liberation Front, responsible for abducting Princess Alphen during the Summer Festival and the attack on the trade conference last month, is still on the loose. According to a source close to the investigation, their whereabouts are completely unknown, and police are scrambling to locate them. If only the two parties involved in the search, the Railway Military Police and North 2 Provincial Army, were able to cooperate with one another, the source laments. Culture. Ruhr Institute upping recruitment. The Ruhr Institute of Technology, known for its cutting-edge research and development, has announced that it will be increasing the number of students that it allows to enroll this fall. In addition, it also intends to work towards increasing the number of exchange students who work there. We're hoping to be able to gather even more talent here through these measures, a PR spokesman explained. The institute is currently conducting experiments on the creation of orbital networks, and as a result appears to be seeking engineers with specific experience in that field. Spotlight: everyday low prices. Clyston Co. aims to bring you the finest products at the lowest prices every day, and it's all for you, the customer. I'm guessing that's the no, that's the Baronia. Wait, what was Kleist then? Oh no, Kleist was in... Where was Kleist? Well, either way, we got dialogue. Don't try and stop me, you know, I have to do this. I used to work at that mine. Now it's up to me to go save everyone. Bro, what is up with this guy? He thinks he can just barge in here while the Railway Military Police and the Provincial Army are butting heads. And there are monsters on the way to the mine, because I wouldn't imagine the train's working right now given this crisis. Now while there are terrorists out there, not with the not while there are terrorists there, it's not. It's too dangerous. Please calm down and think things through. Talking about terrorists here. You'd just be putting yourself in danger. Just calm down for a minute and listen to me. I can't stand here when they can be in danger. Don't worry guys, I'm coming for you. Okay, okay. So, Fog, what's up? Is Vance causing trouble again? You won't find a man much more simple-minded than him. He's more instinct than thought. I almost feel bad for saying it, but he'd be lost without Yuna around. Hey, you heard about the terrorists holding themselves up at the mine? You don't think they're the ones who caused the fire at the factory before, do you? Damn it, how the hell are we supposed to work at a time like this? Yeah, our factories put all work on hold. Can't do a thing without the iron from the mine. What's gonna happen to us now? I can't believe the Sachsen Iron Mine has been occupied by terrorists. This is awful. That place is ruined with backbone. This city's going to be in trouble if we run out of iron. We can only hope that the railway military police sort everything out swiftly. Terrorists have taken over the Sachsen Iron Mine. What's the provincial army doing? Isn't stuff like this what they're here for? Yesterday they were boasting that they're the only ones who can protect us, but what do they do when we need them? Nothing. Oh, let me tell you, ma'am, it's even worse than that. It's the exact opposite. They're actively sabotaging everything. Just to oust the reformist faction. The freight line leading to the iron mine is stopped completely. Yep, like I thought. I suppose the terrorists really must have attacked it. I'm really concerned about the miners. I can only pray they're all okay. Doggle. I can't believe the iron mine's been occupied by terrorists. It's like they've taken us all hostage. No new iron being mined means most of the factories in town can't do any work. And that means we'll see a drop in the number of customers coming in here. What's going to happen to the city? It doesn't feel right trying to draw customers into the shop right now. Is it true there was a terrorist attack at the mine? That's just awful. The miners there are some of my best customers. I really hope they're all safe. Alright, RF store. I noticed an old bike parked in front of the store earlier. I've never seen a product like that in our lineup. I'm kinda curious about where they got it. About that. I'm hearing that the Sachsen Iron Mine has been sealed off. That's a problem. If it's not remedied shortly, it's going to have a major impact on Reinford, and the Empire as a whole. Practically everyone uses the iron from that mine, whether they're boiling water in a kettle or driving a tank. Okay, so we got diner, the goods, see the people over there. I don't know, we just been told to stand by for further instructions. Considering how much steel our factory uses, we'd go through our reserves in no time if we couldn't get more. The iron mine's been attacked. What are we supposed to do? Ask the chairman. Terrorists! You can't be serious. Our related shares are going to take a dive. What am I supposed to tell all of our clients? Think of the stocks. No, not the poor miners and everything or whatever. No, think about the shares. The terrorist attack is a true tragedy. At least I have some medical knowledge. I should be ready in case it becomes necessary to use it. First the fire at the factory and then an attack on the mine. It's hard to believe that they're unconnected. No, it'd be irresponsible for me, of me to engender a feeling of unease amongst the townspeople. Oh, Adios, please quell the discomfort of the people and return peace to the city. have issued a statement on behalf of the Septian Church calling for a swift resolution to this crisis. Sadly, I cannot say that I expect my hopes to be realized, especially with so many forces in play behind all of this. A statement calling for a swift resolution? Nah, that's just like a public statement. Okay. And yeah, what was it? What was that other section of the Septian Church that handles artifacts and stuff? I mean, no, this isn't a situation about artifacts, so no way they call the... Oh, there's a congregation for the sacraments. Yeah, there's no way they would call them up for something like this. No, it's only something for local people too. Oh my god, the girl saw Angelica.
Guess what? Lady Angelica was here! Lady Angelica! Ooh! I can't believe she came all the way here to see us!
Oh my god, Maggie.
She must have finally realized their burning love for her. Ooh! Lady Angelica! Lady Angelica!
Oh my god, these girls are homeless! Hey, yo, about that monster. So you defeated the monster on the highway to the south, did you? Not too shabby. Students. Thank you very much. Well, keep up the good work. Here's your reward. Thank you very much. And with that, you're excused. I've got no idea what other kinds of tasks you've been given, but don't get yourself involved in matters that don't concern you, understand? Right. Asshole. Lady Angelica actually came back. I could hardly believe my eyes, given how much she hates being here. I'm amazed she came back of her own volition. And that wasn't the only miracle. She's somehow become even more gallant than when I saw her last before. I would love to be able to train with her again someday. Let's see. Not only that, but she said that she came to speak with his lordship, the Marquis. I wonder what's gotten into her. I don't think I've ever seen the two of them get along. I let her go through, but I hope I won't get in trouble for it. Still, it's not like I was ordered not to or anything, so hopefully it won't cause any problems. Yeah, it's on your head, buddy.
There seems to be quite a commotion in town. I've never seen a city like this before. I do hope it's nothing serious.
Oh, no, just the factory getting set on fire, the iron mine being held up by hostage, terrorists and stuff. You know, just the usual.
Is it true there was an explosion at one of the factories? What? Now there are terrorists at the mine? Just what is going on around here? It's just one thing after another.
Hey, have you heard the latest news on the radio? They're saying that terrorists attacked the iron mine. I can't believe it. Are they the same ones that attacked Heimdall? I don't see the cat anywhere. Anything in F by any chance? It's horrifying to think that there was a terrorist attack so close. Oh, oops. I hope everything's alright in the city. Alright, so close to home. Okay, yes, I was right. Terrorism here in Ruhr. How awful. I wonder what the provincial army will do now. Hopefully they can sort things out quickly. Yeah, do we need to tell them the truth? We live in dark times, but nothing will stop me from keeping Amina safe. Just as her knight should. Wow, what a devoted husband. Wait, are they married already or not? Not yet. I mean, we can't exhaust the dialogue anymore, but I'll assume they're very close to being engaged, if not married already. I mean, I don't know. Oh wait, no, don't we have, hold on. No, there's only like the profiles of people at school. She becomes a little sentimental on the anniversary of a comrade's death, but it doesn't seem that they will embrace her. Oh, I wonder who she's talking about. We still don't know anything about Vice Principal Heinrich. Makes me wonder. We still don't know anything about Dorothy. Okay, so let's start over. Oh. Wait, how'd they. Wait. Now I think about it. I mean, is there enough room in the elevator to fit the orbital bike? I was like, wait, how else would you get up here? That has to be the elevator. It's awfully noisy outside of the mine. Was there a fire at one of the factories or something? I've got it! I'll try and invent an automatic fire extinguisher. You never know what will give you an idea for a new invention. It's picking up on the little hints life gives you and making use of them. That separates the best students from the rest. Oh, here's George. Oh, can I talk to him from this angle? Long time no see, George. What are you doing here? Please tell me you finally decided to transfer. Took you long enough. Sorry, but that's not why I'm here. There's actually something I'd like to borrow, and I need it soon. Well, hurry up and tell us then. Anything you need, we'll get it for you. Really? Oh man, that makes this easier. Well, you know that thing the professor was developing? The high-powered one? Can I borrow that? In secret? Now? In secret? Now? You gotta be kidding! So I was looking into whatever the Imperial Army or Imperial government's been up to, so don't worry about that. Meanwhile, I'm looking for any sort of machine that could help us out. I'm worried about Angie though, since she has to meet up with her dad. I hope that all works out. All we can do is trust her. Yeah, I suppose you're right. As soon as we're all ready to enter the mine, we'll have to find somewhere to meet up. Right. It's really powerful, yeah, but it's still not finished. But that's beside the point. The professors would lecture me to death if they found out. Oh boy, what are we borrowing? George is supposed to come back here after he graduates from Thor's. He's so good, even the professors here are amazed by him. He's been that way since he was a little kid. Anyway, the deal was that he'd graduate from Thor's and come home. But it seems like he got an awful lot to deal with over there. Guys like him always get themselves into trouble. Especially with friends like you. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops, wait, is that? Oh, no. Wait. Okay, I just want to double check that. The professors here are all really excited to have George as a student. I can't help but feel like George's life has been nothing but trouble ever since he went to Thor's, though. Has something like this happened before? That's a secret. We just received word that there was a terrorist attack at the Iron Mine. The specifics of what happened are still under investigation, but in the meantime, I ask that you remain calm. I hear that there have been no confirmed fatalities so far. I ask that you all remain calm. It's terrible what's happening over at the mine, but in times like these, it's more important than ever to stay calm. I'd like to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps reading a book will help. Yo, the mine can wait. We're reading this now, after we talk to these two. First it was Heimdall, then the conference in Crossbell, now the Iron Mine. They must be insane! Terrorists? It has to be the Imperial Liberation Front again, right? Why will they ever attack the mine of all places? Alright. Oh, thank God, it's only 17 pages. Chapter 13, True Ancestor. Rose had been prepared to accept her own death. Garrett's lances of blood had perforated several of her organs, and she no longer had the strength to use thaumaturgy to heal herself. Considering that her occupation was hunting vampires, she always knew this might happen. That one day, one of the vampires she tried to kill might instead end her own life. Nonetheless, her task was to try and defeat as many of them as she could before that happened. That was her penance, her way that she would try to atone. But that time had finally come. She had done all that she could, and yet, she'd been powerless to defeat Garrett. If she just closed her eyes, she would never wake up again. Perhaps that would be the easiest and least painful option. her consciousness fading. Her lids began to droop, but then she saw something in the corner of her field vision. It was Alphonse, desperately struggling against something he could not hope to best. To see him fighting on, he who had battled beside her every step of the way, made her heart ache. She watched his final, last-ditch attack fail, and the silver sword she had given him shatter. The upper half of its broken blade flew towards her. It pierced the damp earth by her head. The silvery sheen of the sword fragment blurred in her vision, then came back into focus. It was wet with Alphonse's blood. Thump. The sound of her heart pounding drowned out all other noises. It was a sensation that she was determined to never feel again. Or rather, one that she felt, but desperately tried to ignore. But she couldn't surrender herself to death just yet. Alphonse had sworn to her that he wouldn't allow himself to die, and he was doing everything possible to keep that promise. It was her turn to show the same kind of courage that he was. She reached out a hand, ignoring the pain running through it, and grasped the broken blade. She bent it close to her upturned face and stretched out her tongue towards the blood dripping down its surface. Then she licked it. What the fuck? The instant blood touched her lips, her vision became awash in a scarlet haze. She knew that she was taking a huge risk, yet her heart was filled with a new, different result. What the fuck? It was a risk worth taking. You can't be. You can't be. Gary glared at her. Oh my god, dude, what are these fucking plot twists? I mean, guessing by the chapter's name, Rose is the true ancestor? Garrett glared at her, still clutching at his wound with his left hand. She opened her mouth again to speak, her whole body shrouded in a faint crimson radiance. My name is Rosalia, she said. I am a descendant of the loathsome race of vampires, and a true ancestor. Oh my god, these stupid fucking plot twists, man. As she introduced herself anew, she gave a polite curtsy. Alphonse watched the exchange from his low vantage point on the ground. It was not the first time he had heard the term true ancestor. He recalled Rose mentioning it once before. She had said they were the legitimate descendants of the vampire race. In one hand, Rose held one of her pistols. In the other, the fractured end of the silver longsword she had given Alphonse. By licking the blood it had been coated in, she had been able to return from the brink of death. Just a little drop of blood? Holy shit. The best vampire hunters are vampires themselves. I mean, that would explain, like, how much knowledge she knew. For the most part. Although, how'd she get... Although, maybe, like, she sealed off her, like, whatever vampire aspect of herself, and it can only come up if she actually gets, like a taste of blood or something like that. So, you know what? Sure, I'll suspend disbelief for now. By licking the blood it had been coated in, she'd be able to return from the brink of death, just like Garen had been able to revitalize himself by drinking Elwer's blood before. The connection was clear, and yet, unlike Garrett's gruesome action, Rose's blood drinking seemed more like some kind of holy ritual. Perhaps due to his inability to move or do anything other than lie and watch, Alphonse was able to process the situation quite steadily. Rose had been a vampire all along. He found himself somehow unalarmed by that bit of information and didn't even question it. Garrett was not so calm. A true ancestor? Impossible! The true ancestors are all... Rose spread her hands in acknowledgement. Indeed, the true ancestors are no more. They chose to allow themselves to perish. They realized the truth, that if human blood was required for the race to exist, then the right thing to do was allow it to die. That a life such as that has no meaning. I am the very last true ancestor in existence. She spoke solemnly, her expression dignified. I can't forgive your kind. You elder vampires fled because you were unable to suppress your lust for blood. And then you brought shame on the name vampire by attacking innocent humans, all because of your own inability to resist your obscene desires. Spare me your lecturing, Garrett yelled, and then quickly thrust out the right hand which Rose had damaged. From it emerged another barrage of blood lances which shot towards Rose at great speed, but the moment they were about to impale her body, she turned into red mist, generating a blast wave in the air. Instantly, she reappeared behind Garrett, nothing personnel, both pistols in her hands, and fired bullet after bullet into his body. Well, at least she didn't waste any time. The bullets, emitting the same effulgent red aura as Rose, struck him all over. Ah! Garrett was thrown forward by the impacts, which hit him with the force of shotgun shells. He twitched and groaned on the ground in agony. Satisfied that the vampire would be immobile for a time, Rose crouched down beside Alphonse. His eyes were open, watching. He was unable to move. Rose gently caressed his cheek with her hand. Thank you, Al. Thanks to you. I know what I must do. I have a lot that I want to say to you, but for now, it will have to wait. Alphonse turned his head towards her, and for a brief moment he saw the figure of the girl he had played with when he was a child. He finally realized the truth. Oh, wait a second! Too exhausted to even open his mouth. Are you fucking serious? Okay. Too exhausted to even open his mouth, he had to content himself with silently encouraging her in his own mind. Almost as if she could sense him doing so, Rose nodded, and then stood up again. She looked over at Garrett with the same solemn expression as before. His wounds begun to close, but the time that it took for him to do so said everything. The power of a true ancestor was enough to contend with him. Ugh, foolish girl! What's wrong with drinking blood to survive? Humans take the lives of others so they can continue to exist too? How is what we do any different? Rose shook her head. It's completely different. Vampires have inhuman strength, can manipulate others to do whatever they desire, spawn ghouls as a byproduct of what they do. Everything about our existence goes against the natural laws of the world. We are a violation of the will of the goddess, and that is why we should be confined to the realm of fairy tales. Rose was a vampire hunter who hunted other vampires because of her own strong beliefs and ideals. A vampire who had resolved to deny her own race, to wipe them out, hoping they would all be forgotten forever. Alphonse desperately tried to stay conscious, his eyes fixed on her. He finally understood the ideal that she strived for, and the true nature of solitude she carried. A solitude that not even those of her own race could possibly understand. You little... Have it your way then! Grinding his teeth in anger, Garrett held out a hand before him, and from the palm formed a monstrous sword made up of jet black blood. The black coat that he wore began to squirm and transform. Giant wings like those of a bat emerged from the quivering mass. With a toss of his head, they unfurled, extending to either side of him. They flapped once, twice, and Garrett rose into the air. Suddenly, Luca fell to the ground unconscious. Garrett had released the charm he had on her to concentrate all of his energy into his next attack. Allow me to bring an end to your bloodline for good, and return the name True Ancestors to ancient history where it belongs. Rose drew her Templar sword. Her navy coat, still bathed in scarlet light, became bat-like wings as well. She held his gaze as she ascended to his level. It's time you gave up the name Elder Vampire. You do nothing but soil it. Blades drawn, they confronted one another in midair. Charged energy crackling throughout the catacombs. Alphonse lay back, unable to do anything but observe. The next moment, their shadows crossed at lightning speed. In an instant, they had exchanged places in the air. Both had swung their swords. Oh my god, it's like this kind of climactic finish. It's like the one final slash, both uncross at the exact same time. It's like, oh, who's it gonna be? I'm sorry, but I'm just really tired of that cliche whenever it comes to like the final moments of a fight. Both had swung the swords. The blade of Rose's Templar sword, however, was nowhere to be seen. All that had been glimpsed here and there in the flickering torchlight was a glinting of wires stretched to their limit. Garrett was the first to make a sound. Lines ran across his body in a crisscross of faint stripes. As he laughed, the lines spread like cracks, slowly multiplying and widening, almost as if his body hadn't quite realized that it had been cut at all. The countless parts that formed the Templar sword's blade had passed through his body over and over in a single instant. To shreds, they say. Rose turned and with a snap of the wrist caused the wires connecting the blade's parts to bend. With the metallic clicks of interlocking metal, the parts flew through the air and came together. The Templar sword was once again whole. Farewell, said Rose. I'm sure we will meet again one day in hell. As their temple has to return to its complete form, the body of the elder vampire crumpled to the ground, feet first. Wait, oh wait, oh, come on, let me read more! Wait, okay, I take it back, I'm not relieved that this is in 30 pages. Okay, hold on. Please. Let me finish the story. To be continued.
This is awful. I can't believe how many terrible things are going on. Nothing like this ever happened when Gwyn was in charge of the Reinford Company. I can't help but feel the company somehow lost their way.
Oh. The Sachsen Mine is still a ways away, but all this still makes me feel uneasy. I should probably get back to the office. There may be urgent meetings to attend.
The provincial army is trying to deal with the terrorists at the mine. I hope they can take care of them soon.
About that, Karen. About that. No, wait, didn't I read everyone up here already? Okay, okay, you know what? I'm losing track of, like, who I've talked to. You know what, let me just finish the sweep here, then.
Oh no! The manager took my radio away from me! I'll do anything to have it back. Anything! I won't listen to it while working ever again, I promise.
Oh my gosh, it's like a kid. The terrorists? You can't be serious. Just think of what it'll do to the economy. I need to reconsider the terms of all my deals right away. The terrorists attacked the Iron Mine. That's rather, oh shit. Don't worry, nothing happened. That's rather upsetting, and likely detrimental for business. I hope it's resolved soon, for the good of the mine and this hotel both. Nothing to worry about. Okay, nothing up here. And I went to the cathedral, right? Or did I need to visit the cathedral again? Oh, no. So, yeah, I began my sweep from here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, actually, we can't go back to the... Hold on. No, we shouldn't go back to the mine. There shouldn't be anything else in any other direction unless you just want to grind. And we got a Red Moon Rose. And I don't think there are any other food recipes anywhere. How many do we have now? 17 of 20. I'm hoping I don't miss anything else. Alright. Excuse me, but can I see some ID? Oh, you're the students from Thor's Military Academy. My apologies. Sorry for stopping you. We've been asked to check IDs more often lately.
My turn. It's my turn.
My apologies for the inconvenience, but we've been forced to introduce heightened security measures. I agree the situation is far from ideal, but please bear with us. Well, thank you very much for your— oh my god, they're so focused on this. Thank you very much for your purchase. I think I might have spent a little too much this time. Do you have any idea what's going on outside, by the way? It's awfully noisy. Completely oblivious. While the terrorists choose to attack the mine over this building, what's their game here? Says the man named Cave. The mine is the property of His Majesty. If they think they're gonna get away with this, they're dead wrong. You're Lady Alisa and the other members of Thor's Military Academy's Class 7, correct? Right this way. Is it true that the mine was taken over by terrorists? This can't be happening. If their iron deliveries fall behind schedule, then our profits for the quarter are— please, just do what you can to sort it out. Yes, ask like the manager in this company to just take care of terrorists. Okay. But please calm down and return to your office. We still don't know exactly what the situation at the mine is. I'll let you know as soon as we receive word. I'm sure that the chairman is doing all that she can to resolve this as we speak. just please, stay calm. I'm hearing that the terrorists locked themselves in the mine with their hostages. Have they issued a statement? Produced a list of demands? Damn it, it's impossible to find out anything from here. I could hardly believe my ears. Terrorism? Here in Ruhr? It's a small relief that nobody I know in the mine is, nobody I know is in the mine right now, but it still sends shivers up my spine. So I know we have to talk to the receptionist, but what about going up here? I'm guessing it's like a separate thing. Or no, that's Sharon there, right? Yeah. Oh, hello everyone. The chairman is quite a busy woman. I suggest you hurry if you wish to speak with her. How do you know what we're planning on doing? I'm afraid that's classified. Of course it is. I love everyone's reactions to Sharon. Oh wait, you'll find her office on the 23rd floor. I know where her office is. So I don't imagine there's like anything else here by any chance, right? Yeah. Well, anyways, let me just restore what little EP is missing. All right, let's go. Lady Alisa, thank goodness you're alright. I was so worried when I heard you left the city. Oh, you're talking about the trouble at the mine, right? Actually, I was hoping to talk with Mother about that. Is she in her office right now? Chairman Irina returned just a short while ago. Would you like me to set up an appointment? Please. Yes, that's right. Lady Alisa has. Understood. She says she can see you right now, though she can't spare more than a few minutes. If you want to head up right now, she's waiting for you in her office. Thank you. This shouldn't take long. Alright, let's head up to floor 23. Right. Why do I get the feeling Sharon is going to be right there to welcome us? You can count on it. Duh. Chairman Irina is in her office on floor 23. She says she doesn't have that much time to spare though, so I suggest that you hurry. Am I sure I'm not missing anything? So I went to the bar, I went to the institute, checked the stores, the residences. Talked with all the people, the diner. And I got the chapter 13 of Red Moon Rose, which is like the most important thing. And I already got my recipe for this chapter. I don't think there'd be any other recipes, especially given this emergency right now. It's like, oh man, terrorists invading the mine. Here, have this recipe. Yeah, no. Okay, I think we're good. Be advised that any incomplete quest in Ruhr will expire. Actually, wait, okay, we're good. Oh, whoops.
Welcome back, everyone. I've been waiting for you.
Man, I love Sharon. Oh my god.
How did you even get here? Aren't you just on the 24th floor?
I see how it is. You're taking Reinford's side again, huh?
As long as I wear this uniform, I'm simply a humble maid of the Reinford household. You, the chairman, and Master Gwyn are all deeply important to me.
Thanks, I think.
I think.
Show us in then.
Of course. Please follow me.
Really wonder what, like, Sharon's, like, complete background is. Taking Reinford's side again.
Bring them in.
I'm too small brain to think about the implications of that statement.
As you wish.
Mother, we need to see you.
Excuse us.
I apologize for canceling our dinner plans last night, but it's looking unlikely I'll be able to join you tonight either.
No, that's fine. We understand.
It's hardly surprising given the current circumstances.
I'm not sure what's keeping you so busy, considering you haven't even managed to fulfill one of your most basic duties.
Ooh.
My lady.
Nah. Let Lisa have this.
The miners who work at Sachsen are employees of this company. With the provincial army barricading the mine and refusing to budge, those miners are at the mercy of the terrorists. I assume you've issued a formal objection to Marquis Ragnar?
Not on behalf of the company, no. It sounds like Director Heidel Ragnar of the first factory has requested something be done as a formality, but nothing more.
That's it? The first factory has been dumping huge amounts of ore onto the black market for years now. Don't even try and tell me you haven't noticed it.
Of course I've noticed. Being unable to bring the first factory in line allowed that to happen, and that's my failure, I admit. But think, if we assume the terrorists aren't acting alone here, what good would it do to issue an objection to Marquis Ragnar?
Well,
there are many possible outcomes to this crisis, and we must be prepared for all of them. For example, we need to consider the possibility that the terrorists may set off an explosive in the mine, and how to respond to that. This is a global company. Measures will need to be put in place to protect stock prices, taking cross-spell into account too.
She's got a point. Anything that affects the Reinford Company is going to indirectly affect a lot of people's lives.
Correct. The Reinford Group is its own entity with its own role to fill. And I have mine as chairman. The Provincial Army and the RMP are acting in accordance with their purpose. And one might even say the same of the terrorists. Action with a purpose. That's what keeps the world in motion. So tell me, what's your purpose?
well...
If you get what I'm saying, I suggest you leave. I expect the explosion at the military factory is the extent of the damage the terrorists will cause here. I'll give you several additional tasks. I suggest you work on those for the remainder of the day. And considering the situation here, I think it'd be best if you leave Ruhr tomorrow morning. You have my permission as a sitting director on the Academy's board.
Aw.
But
Cutting it short like that. We're not just gonna leave it at
Yeah,
that.
I don't think so.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not going to keep making the same mistakes anymore.
Oh?
All my life, I've turned a blind eye to what was going on right in front of me. I did it when you drove Grandfather out and took his position as chairman. And I did it when Father died and you let work become your life. All along, you've been working to build the company bigger, and all along, I just looked the other way. But in our field studies at Thor's, I've seen the imbalances and injustices of the world crop up over and over again. But even with that, I, and all of us really, have to face that head on. And that's exactly what we've been doing. You asked what our purpose is. After 6 months at the Academy, that's my answer.
Well said.
Agreed. That's why this time, I don't plan on backing down. You need to hear the truth, and I need to be the one to tell you. As your daughter, as your family. And above all, as someone who's watched the Reinford Company grow ever since I was a little girl. Mother, you're running this company the wrong way.
My lady.
How long she's waited to hear that, huh?
Can I assume you, in your infinite wisdom, are planning to tell me the correct way to run my company?
Naturally. But I still need more experience before I can do that. I promise you, though, that by the time I graduate from the academy, I'll show you how this company should be run. As someone who just might succeed you as the chairman someday, I should be able to do at least that much.
Oh,
Well, there we go.
it's one thing to make a promise. It's quite another to live up to it. Still, at least you're starting to see the bigger picture.
Mother.
Give it to her, Sharon.
Duh.
Certainly.
Give what?
Here, my lady.
Card key.
What's this? Some kind of key card?
Correct. It opens the door to a passage that connects Ruhr City to the Iron Mine.
Wait, that side door on the... Oh my god.
Wait,
There's really a secret passage?
The former chairman built it for use in case of an emergency. You'll find the entrance in the underground part of a maintenance room on the upper level of the city.
if we use that passage...
I love how every time we have these cutscenes where everyone's grouped up like this, it's usually like Fee's face getting blocked out by Mishi.
We should be able to completely avoid having to deal with the provincial army.
I'm not going to say thanks.
Still blocking her face up.
Right now, I just believe this is the best way to press forward. And I'm going to tell you why through actions, not words.
Excuse us, Madam Chairman. We've learned a lot during our field studies, and we'll put it all to use to come out on top.
You don't need to worry about us.
They've grown a lot in the last 6 months. It's been a pleasure to watch them. Surely it wouldn't hurt to acknowledge that Lady Alisa has grown too.
She's still got a ways to go. If she wants to take the mantle of the Reinford Company from me, she'll have to show me she's got what it takes.
You know what would be funny if in a later Cold Steel game they had to actually 1v1 each other? Oh, that'd be
Anyway,
funny.
it seems all our principal players have assembled.
I don't think that would happen though.
Can I ask you to do one more thing for me?
Oh.
Certainly.
Okay, just... Oh. Strengthened to become Judgment Arrow. After our meeting, we contacted Angelica and George, and agreed to meet in front of the maintenance room that hid the entrance to the secret passage to the mine. Well, here we go. Love how shadows just went through the elevator. Well, here we go.
Who would have thought there'd be an underground passage going all the way from Ruhr to the mine? Gwen really does think of everything.
Oh, you know Elisa's grandfather?
I've heard you two got along famously back when he was still living in Ruhr.
He taught me all kinds of great stuff. How to pick up girls, the best spots in the entertainment district, you know, the really important things in life.
Now it all makes sense.
It's not that I can't believe it, it's that I can. Too easily.
I can only hope to sit and learn at the feet of the master.
The master? Oh my god.
Still, it's probably thanks to him that Angie didn't go any further off the rails than she did.
Didn't go any further?
Can't deny that.
That's nothing to laugh about.
I wonder if we'll seem as colorful to the first years when we're second years.
So, you think this is gonna work?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, George brought the thing. Yeah, signal down here?
Alright, that should do it.
What is this thing?
What?
An orbital wave antenna?
It's currently in development at the Institute of Technology, but I managed to convince them to let me borrow it. It emits directional orbital waves to widen the area where you can transmit and receive signals. That means you'll be able to use your Arcus unit's communication functionality even down here in the mine.
Huh.
That sounds pretty handy.
You can do that?
Yep. Toa's busy gathering information on what's going on across the Empire right now, and I'll be able to pass that info along to you while overseeing this operation. But if things get too dangerous, I'll give you the order to pull out, so make sure you keep the line open.
Got it.
It'll be nice to have some support.
Alright.
Well, if George is just a call away, we've got nothing to worry about.
Okay, I think it's about time we got going. And thanks again, everyone, for coming along. I've got my Arcus on me, so I should be able to hold my own in battle.
Always room for one more with us.
Your knowledge of the mine will really be invaluable.
I'm looking forward to seeing you clean up with those Taito skills of yours.
Angelica joined the party. Maximum support members temporarily increased to 3. Alright. You know we gotta switch her in. But, okay, wait, actually let's take a look at our ordnance. Emblem. Decrease damage received relative to how low HP. Oh, we get a garrison passive, yo! Dude, hell yeah! Alright, and she has a 5-2-1, and... Why do you have Burr? I mean, looking at your... Oh... Okay. So you're not going to be... Yeah, you're not going to be casting. Oh my god. EPN prevents blind. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, shining. There we go, there we go. Although I don't feel like putting on Speed Breaker. What else can we put on? Actually, hold on. What are your crafts? So she has an impede, so we don't really need an impede. Or impede, quartz. 0 impact. Alright. Dragon boost. Dragon kick. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bench Fee instead. Just gotta put in some decent replacements. What else do we put here? Or I can just put up in passion or something. Or I don't want to put TLR. You know what? Sure, just for the HP, in case I need to switch her in or something. Oh yeah, as for the wait, don't I have my dark matter R? Yeah, what the heck? Why am I not using that? Yeah, Grand Press R. Holy Breath. I'm thinking HP 2. And attack 3. So, actually, what are your arts anyways? Golden Sphere, Fortuna, Shining, and Dark Matter. Oh wait, so you already have... But I mean, we don't have the evasion and accuracy from this, so... Okay, and we're not gonna be using Volcanic Rain, so... Okay, what's our last thing that we're putting on here? Rakshasha. Okay. Alright. Wait, what's the link between... Ah. You know, I wish we had more ride-along mishies. Alright. Oh yeah, we can like, get our gear and stuff. Oh yeah, they knew. It's always nice when you get to a point in overturn like this and they give you someone that basically acts as like a multi-purpose shop or armory. And that's all good. Just in case, okay, maybe not that much. Man, all that. Oh my god. Again, I really wish they upped the exchange rate for all the other Sepith. Alright, actually, wait. Let me check. Wait, what time is it again? Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, let's just take one peek into the area first. Oh, wait. Oh my god. Something tells me this is gonna stretch for quite a while. You know what? Maybe we'll tackle this on later. Alright, but unfortunately, I decided to let everyone down for now, but it's getting late for me. I know I kind of took a little while with equipment prep and other stuff, but I gotta get some sleep, sadly. Sorry I didn't boot up the stream a little bit earlier. We would have been able to see into the underground passage and a bit of the Sachsen Mine. But I think with the next session, we should be able to go through it in its entirety in the next one. And there's nothing distracting us since we can't go back. So we should be good. Should. Cliffhanger? Yeah, cliffhanger ending for everyone, including myself. You guys obviously won't like it, but don't worry, I don't like it either. But the real world sucks.